Whose responsibility is it if your marketing doesn't work, if your ads don't produce response? Hello, America. This is Mark Hale with Wilson Print Marketing Marketing Tip of the Day. Today, I want to talk to you about responsibility in marketing. Specifically, who's responsible if your marketing or advertising that you buy doesn't work? Responsibility in marketing is a heavy, big term. Who's responsible if you give money to an advertising medium to market your business? Who's responsible for the results of that money that you spent? Well, it's a shared responsibility. Sure, the person that runs the ads or has the medium has some responsibility in making sure that your ads are reaching the audience that you want to reach and doing what they say and providing what they promised. Part of the responsibility lies with you, the person purchasing the marketing or the advertising. Now, why do I say that? Well, you have to communicate to the person that you're buying the advertising from, one, who you want to reach, who's the audience. Have you done a research to find out who the best prospect for your product or service is? Two, why do they buy your product? What is it that you're selling? How do you help that customer? These are all important things to getting results in free advertising because people buy benefits, they pay attention to benefits of a product or service. So if you haven't communicated to that advertising medium what the benefits are of your product or service, it's really difficult for them to put together an ad. And then also, who are you trying to target? Their age, their income, their lifestyle. Do they have children? What kind of incomes do they make? Where do they live? Where do the bulk of your customers come from? So if you can communicate that, it helps the people that you're buying the advertising from hone in on your message and hone in on your audience, and you'll get much better results. Now, the second part of getting results with marketing or your advertising expense is your expectations. For most products and services, you can't go into the advertising with the viewpoint that you're going to spend $2,000 and you're going to get $20,000 back immediately, because the buying public generally procrastinate, especially if it's a bigger ticket item. They take longer to make a decision. They shop more for other services or other providers to get the best possible deal and the best possible value for their money. People are very value conscious. They want a good value for their money, and they're afraid of being taken advantage of and being ripped off, basically, because they've all experienced it. We've all bought something that we thought was going to be great that didn't live up to the expectations of that product or service or what we were buying. So how do you alleviate the concerns people have regarding value in your product or your proposition or what you're marketing? Well, one, you have to be sure that the ad is very devoted to promoting benefits. And I don't care what product or service that you're selling or marketing, you're really not selling that product or service. You're not selling that. You're selling help. Everybody is looking for help. They're looking for a solution to a problem. So if you can present in your advertising a solution to a problem, what problems are your customers having that your product will solve or help them with? And that's the first part of owning a very effective message that will get results. Third part of that is that you make sure that the advertising has time to work. You have to go into marketing with a consistent attitude, a consistent viewpoint that you're going to invest your money with a medium or a marketing campaign, and you're going to give that campaign time to work, because 1 month, 2 months generally is not enough time for most advertising campaigns to work. Maybe back in the 1950s when it was new and you could go on television and spend some money and get a bunch of business, but now people are over-advertised too. The average person is hit with over 3,000 to 4,000 advertising messages a day. The effect of it is they block it out, they don't pay attention to it, or maybe they've noticed it casually. It's really not until you hit that person, 5 to 12 times with a message getting through, that you actually start to have an impact where they'll remember you and you kind of bring that need or that urge along for them to make the purchase. When you're purchasing your marketing, you have to make sure that the marketing is consistently hitting a target group of audience, and the message, obviously, that I said earlier, is packed with benefits and how you're going to help the customer solve a problem. The fourth part of advertising and responsibility is you have to know what an average worth to your company. So, how can you judge an advertising expense and a return on an advertising expense if you don't know the value or haven't taken the time to calculate the value of a new customer to your business? So it's much more than that first time sale or that first time, you're running a loss leader promotion to get them to call faster. It's much more than that $99 if you're a dentist new patient special. It's much more than that. So what is an average new customer, new client, new patient worth to your company? And usually if you look at it and for a year basis, how much do they spend with you a year? A couple $1,000s, couple $100s. How long is that customer once they come into your business? Do they usually stay with your business? Is it 6 months, a year, 5 years? Many businesses, once they get a new customer, they stay with them for many, many, many years. So that value of that new customer actually racks up into tens of thousands of dollars pretty quickly if you look at it from that viewpoint. So, and then you take the value of an average customer, and you look at your advertising expense and how many average new customers do you need to get from that campaign to make it worthwhile to your business. And it is an investment. And they say the term investment because investment means that you're going to get some type of return, usually over a longer period of time. It's a financial term, investment. You're investing money to get a return, but that investment is in the form of a new client, and that new client, the investment you make in him is going to give you a return over a longer period of time. Now you don't need 500 sales from this campaign to make it worthwhile. You maybe need 3, 4, 5 of them sales to make it worthwhile in the long term. And the problem is when you don't haven't calculated the value of a customer, you tend to bounce around from advertising medium to new whiz-bang gadget here. Going to try this because somebody said it worked. And then what happens, you end up wasting a lot of money in advertising because you did not give it time to work and you did not know the value of a customer. So you were expecting that you were going to spend $2,000 or 10, whatever it is that you're investing, and that you were going to get a 5x return on that immediately. It just doesn't happen, never happened, hasn't happened, if it ever happened, in a long, long time. So if you like today's video content, hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel. And please share the video and share the channel with a friend or a neighbor. Thank you very much.